How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee it's me, Simon Smith, back with the review. Today's review is of AEW Dynamite for October 21st, 2020. Why do I keep forgetting this is October? Don't ask me why, but I do. Um, Tonight on AEW, they started the tournament for to see who will be the number one contender after John Moxley's defense at I believe it's 12 years. Their next uh, pay per view on next month on the 7th, I believe. Uh, First match they have in that it's Wardlow versus Jungle Boy. Yo, who in this had any thoughts that Jungle Boy had one chance, one iota chance of being able to win this? Because I sure as hell didn't. And I was absolutely right. Wardlow wins and moves on to the semifinals of this tournament. Next up, we have is a John Moxley segment where he basically talks about his match coming up, and makes it a I Quit match for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. Uh, Next up, we have Sonny Kiss versus Kenny Omega in another round of the uh, AEW number one contender tournament. Sonny Kiss versus Kenny Omega. Uh, Kenny Omega wins this within seconds. Basically, two moves of the three count. You know, Sonny Kiss was taking the spot of Joey Janela because Joey Janela, I guess, came in contact with someone with COVID and decided, to take himself out of the tournament. Which, I applaud him for doing that because nobody wants uh, to contract COVID 19. Uh, Next up, we have it's the Orange Cassidy interview, uh, for, commenting on the TNT Championship match that next, I believe it's next week on Dynamite against Cody. Then we have, the pre-recorded interview when Cody ends up arriving with Arn Anderson, uh, which later on in the episode they end up making that the Cody versus Orange Cassidy match into a lumberjack match, so Dark Order cannot get involved in the match. Next up, we have Ray Phoenix versus Penta El0M. Great match. I loved it. I love the high flying stuff. I love like wrestling as a whole, like all wrestling fans do. But this lucha door match was what a hell of a match. Um, Ray Phoenix ends up winning this, and now let's like move right on. Uh, Eddie Kingston ends up doing a promo on John Moxley about the I Quit match. You never quit on anything, and uh, then we have a Dark Order interview. Uh, because Colt Cabana talks about this match coming up in the tournament, which actually ends up coming up next, which was Colt Cabana versus Hangman Adam Page. Uh, Another decent match. Hangman Adam Page wins. I moves on. I hope they do like a Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega in the finals to kind of wrap up their storyline there. Uh, then Team Taz comes out and does a promo on the entrance ramp. Then we have the dinner debonair with Chris Jericho and MJF. They were just beginning they were just going back and forth saying they wanted their steak with the baked potato, and each time they go back and forth and wanting their steak rarer and rarer until it's basically served raw, which after they put the order in, they end up breaking out into a musical act, which I'm like, wow, I haven't seen this in a while. Music breaking out in the middle of wrestling, a wrestling program. I didn't know what to think of it. Now they look back, it was kind of entertaining. Um, then we have the women's match, which was Kaylin King, I believe, versus Britt Baker. Of course, Britt Baker DMD ends up winning this, uh, which, you know, I love AEW. I'm an AEW fanboy. I can, but I think their women's division, other than Abaddon, sucks big time. Uh, then we have Steve O and Darby Allen segment. I heard Jackass is supposed to be making a Jackass 4. Maybe that's why Steve O was on on tonight's episode. Your guess is as good as mine. Um, but in this segment, Darby Allen went on top of the skate ramp, got zipped in a duffel bag, and rolled himself down the skate ramp. After Steve O unzipped him, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win this TNT championship," or what, which or the championship, whatever championship he's going after. I completely forget. I'm kind of like you know, brain checked out a little bit, and I didn't even smoke anything today. I wonder why that is. Um, then we had in the main event of the evening, we have a four team tag match for the number one contenders for the AEW tag team championships. The Butcher and the Blade versus Private Party versus number three and number four of the Dark Order versus the Young Bucks. Number three and number four of the Dark Order actually put on a decent effort in this match. I was surprised they could do what they actually did. Um, of course, I knew like either the Young Bucks or Private Party was gonna win because they're not gonna have a heel team and FTR face another heel team. That just wouldn't make sense. Even though FTR was on commentary during this match, at one point, you know, while the Young Bucks were trying to finish the match, uh, they smack talked FTR and ended up waiting a little bit too long, and the match, with 3 count, ended up continuing for a little while. The Young Bucks actually end up winning this. Uh, F- FTR leaves the commentary booth, goes to ring, offers Young Bucks a beer, which they don't accept, of course. Then the ring guy gets in the ring, and uh, the ring the ring bell guy, uh, whatever they call him, I forget. I don't know why I'm such an airhead tonight. Gets to the ring, hits the Young Bucks with the chair. I'm like, oh, I know who that is. Tully Blanchard. The commentary team was like, oh, who is this? Who is this? I don't know who this is. Anybody with half a brain knows who the hell it was. They ended up doing a spike pile driver to one of the Young Bucks with Tony Blanchard up on the middle rope. After that, Tony Blanchard decides to take off the mask and show it's him. Like, duh, I knew that all along. Uh, I wonder how many other people knew this all along. If you did, could you let me know? Uh, and let me know what your thoughts on this tonight's show was. If you're new here, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Go check out my my friend Dominic over at the Swerve Show. He has awesome content about wrestling. Rozzy Montana with two Z's if you want a good smoke sesh, and of course Natalia, if you're a wrestling and Power Rangers fan. Uh, that's about it for this live stream. Uh, I when I was younger, I used to have little bit longer hair than this. That since I went bald, now I wear these long wigs. I'm like, damn, how did I used to tolerate long hair? So anybody with this length hair or longer, please tell me how you do that. Deal with it. Uh, this Sunday is I think it's a WWE pay per view Hell in a Cell, which I'll be going live after that, of course, to give you the results. I'm hoping to see more people in the live stream there. Um, hopefully, Hell in a Cell will be one hell of an event. Uh, but Hell in a Cell used to actually mean something. You know, it's when like rivalries couldn't be dealt with ended any other way. Now you have it every day of year, and you're you have at least two Hell in a Cell matches a year. I think this year's three Hell in a Cell matches. Like, come on, enough with the freaking Hell in a Cell. Retire that pay per view. It. I've seen enough of it. It's completely burnt out. No, I don't get why people want to see this every year. I mean, come on. It's um, but anyway, the and that only match I think I'm looking forward to inside the Hell in a Cell is the Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso match. What I think that's like the only one. The Bailey and Sasha Banks one. I'm like, come on, I don't give a damn about that. Uh, you know, and we're forced to listen to Bailey's stupid promos on a weekly basis now. Now, like she can't talk on the mic. Really, I could probably cut a better promo than Bailey. Um, and I've never stepped foot inside a wrestling ring in my life. I'm just a wrestling fanboy here. Um, what uh, what else is there to talk about? Um, that I guess that's about it. So until next time, please make sure you spread peace and love. I love you all.